What a night. I can hardly keep my eyes open. How's your wing?
Better.
Good. Then let's try again. Do you remember... Think about the first time we met. You lived in a lonely cave for years, and together we found a way to finally free you. And all the things you've seen since then. Andergast, the blood barrier, Enqui.
Enqui?
Don't you remember? That was the smuggler city in the north.
Was that where the ocean was?
Right. And do you also remember the night we spent together in the Brenask marshes? You wanted to enter a bond of love with me.
Did we kiss?
You don't remember?
I know it was cold, and we were sitting around a fire. That was nice.
And now think about... Before we reached Enqui, we went rowing on the Svelte, past fields and windmills.
There were lots of cows.
And the sunrise. Do you remember that?
Yes, behind the mills.
Ah, we were quite an heroic couple. We defied the greatest dangers and saved Andergast. Just you and me.
And the raven. We were the best.
You did it! You can fly again.
Yes.
What is it?
I forgot what happened to the raven.
Oh, Nuri.
I want to leave it all behind me and start over. I want to fly across the ocean.
Chin up. We'll get through this. Bryda and I want to find out what Faye's hiding from us. And once we know that, we'll finally be able to solve the riddle.
Is this still about the story of that princess? That was all such a long time ago. What about now?
Nuri, I have to know Sadia's whole story. And for that, I have to talk to Master Bodiak. He's the only one who can tell us what Draconia has to do with all this. Only once I understand it all will the two of us be all right again. And we can finally forget all the terrible things forever. I don't see Ulrich at his window. I hope he's here. Braggart. They seem unimpressed.
Ach, hier.
Bryda? What are you doing in there?
Detention. Absence without leave. Scrubbing latrines.
Have you talked to the master about Draconia?
No, and he isn't here either. From the harbour, go up the hill. His house is right on the corner by the wall.
I don't believe my ears. Did you just tell this man where Master Bodiak lives? We expect much more out of you, Bryda. Stop disappointing us.
She didn't do anything wrong. It was my fault.
And you, Birdcatcher, leave the court immediately.
I'm sorry. If Bryda's description is correct, this is the master's house. Everything smells of roses. The cloth makers seem to think they're better than other people. I miss the tannery smell from my own quarter. Master Bodiak, are you home? It's locked.
Ah, my friend. How's the gemstone business?
I had some trouble with a customer and I had to give it up.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I might need to ask another favor of you.
My services are still at your disposal. The cucumber you gave me was very fruitful.
What happened to Bryda? She was cleaning latrines this morning.
Yes, apparently she tried to catch the Tillamede all on her own yesterday, and returned to the dormitory after curfew. The fact that she only had to clean latrines is a sign of the status she enjoys in the school. I think they want to make her the new headmaster someday. Well, headmistress, I suppose.
See you later.
Farewell, my friend.
Those pests. Blasted crows. Haven't you caused enough trouble? Shoo! Go away!
Hey, those are my friends.
Nuri? I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
What did they ever do to you?
Don't you remember all the misery they caused?
Of course I remember. But you have to be able to forget, too. What do you want?
You really shouldn't hang around with those creatures. You mustn't forget who you are.
No, it's you who mustn't forget who I am. Please leave my friends alone, all right?
Have you been here long? Master Bodiak lives here. Have you seen him come by?
Yes, he went into the house earlier, but he hasn't come out again.
Good, thanks. I have to get into that house somehow. Can you fly through the window for me and look for a way in?
Do I have to?
It would help us both.
All right. I can't. There are books on top. They look heavy. That would break my claws.
She's behaving more and more like a real raven. By the... Master Bodiak? Looks like he wanted to put something in the drawer, or take something out. But as long as he's got his hand in there, I can't see what. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's full of dust. The bitter old man seems to have had a sweet tooth. Some parts seem to be missing. I can't reassemble him. Ulrich is just as careless with burning candles as I am. Dead animals everywhere. Did Master Bodiak used to be a hunter? But how would a hunter learn magic so late in life? How odd. It seems to be strictly ornamental. It's been petrified as well. Curses! The key is just as fragile as Ulrich himself. An impression of the key in Ulrich's hand. I poured a little honey into the mold.
I see you've been visiting my favorite master. I'll be going in to see him soon. My examination's right round the corner, and I have to be sure that there won't be any funny business. Can I do anything for you?
I don't think the master will be receiving you today.
You seem to be very sure of that.
Yeah, listen.
Curses, I need a new plan.
You aren't exactly the compassionate type, are you?
No. What do I do now?
When you go back to the school, please send Bryder here.
All in good time. I'll have to think things over now.
See you later.
Farewell, my friend.
I have to ask you for another favor. Can you harden this honey into a key?
I like your ingenuity. Give it here. Harden what's soft and stem the flow.
Thanks. By fix, it actually worked. There's something in the crack, a reddish glow. My hand's too big, I can't reach in. If only I could lift that glowing thing out of there. The knife is a bit too short. A drawing of a young hunter and an even younger woman. Underneath it says, "Nothing is ever lost." A quill holder, perhaps, or a cup for water. A huge fortress on a mountain. Is that what Draconia looks like? I'll take a closer look at this. A secret compartment. First the lock on the door, and now this. Just what does this odd fellow have to hide? A petrified rat and drawings of the mask. It was transformed into the same kind of stone as the master, only a tiny human hand is growing from its head. Was this some kind of experiment? Just like Ulrich. I'll scrape the dust into the container with the knife's edge. These are studies of the mask. He must have been obsessed with it. There are small scribbled notes all over. At the top it says, "Finally an answer after all these years. The mask is in Draconia. I'll set out tomorrow." Another note says, "Returned yesterday. Couldn't find the mask. The council refused to let me enter the fortress, but I bribed an adept and now the ruby is mine, although it's worthless without the artifact." Draconia, the mask, the ruby. Won't anybody tell me what all this is about? I poured the dust into the crack. Ha! A ruby. It's cracked. Ah, my head. There's somebody in the next room. Not again.
Just this wall now. Then we'll be in Draconia. Help me. I can't get up there alone.
Free my hands.
If I do that, you'll kill me immediately.
Correct.
Oh, how he hates you, Shahrazad.
Understandably. Who likes being a slave? All he has to do is lift me over this, and we'll be there.
The mask?
Have you thought of something?
Yes. Since we've been here, I am able to remember more and more. Tell me, on the inside of the mask, do you see any letters? Ah, I was right. Padan, Faskadan, Esplas de Quatan, Humirelor Gras Ferel Goran, Hul Bemutir, Gerul Felan, Juntir Quatan Veluntir Sodan.
What language is that?
A very, very old one. Malakar transliterated it syllable for syllable in the ancient Ptolemede lettering, and had it etched over the old lettering. Place the mask on your prisoner, and recite the incantation. Then, he'll fulfill your every desire.
What will happen when I speak the incantation?
I don't remember exactly, but I know that it'll make him your servant. Even with his hands free, he'll do whatever you ask of him.
I can't memorize the spell. It's too difficult.
Let me try. When the time comes, I'll tell you the words, and you can repeat them after me.
How did you turn his hands to stone?
With this spell. You can try it on the flower up there. And now, change it back. I was right.
How much can this spell do?
For the moment, my strength is only enough for plants and small animals. There was a time when I probably could have petrified an entire person, but the years must have weakened me.
How is it that you remember that now?
I don't know that. I think it's these mountains. It's as if I've been here before. I carried Malakar's mask with me, and I was looking for a garden? That is all I remember.
If I succeed in placing the mask on Rahwan, perhaps we'll soon find out more. Snow. Snow everywhere. No, I can barely feel my hands as it is. Some icicles are hanging from its snout.
Huh?
Give me a leg up. Help me over the rock wall.
Give me back my hands. It's time I finally kill you.
Put the mask on him, and he will think differently.
Aren't you cold? In Draconia, you can finally warm up.
Cold is only in your head. Don't think about it, and you won't be cold.
Put the mask on.
No, stay away from me with that.
You'll have to overpower him first.
I know. But how? I'm too exhausted to fight him. Besides, I'm cold. I desperately need something to warm me up. It's too windy. I can't make a fire here. Ah, much better already. Don't you want to sit by the fire too, Rahwan?
Cold is only in your head. Keep it out of your head, and you won't be cold. all, Asasha.
I've got you now.
Repeat after me. Fadan vaskadan es plastaquatan.
Fadan faskadan es plas de quatan.
Humirilor gras ferel goran.
Humorilor gras ferel goran.
Hul bemutir kerul felan.
Hul bimutir gerul felan.
You've almost got it. One more verse. Juntir quatan felontir stodan.
Juntia quatan felontir sodan.
Remove the mask from him.
Hey, what's wrong with you? Can you hear me?
Who are you? Who am I?
What's wrong with him?
He has lost his memory.
Forever?
Yes, but is that not what you wanted? He no longer hates you. He will help you now.
There's nothing left of him. Without memories, he's just an empty husk. Not even he deserves such a fate.
But Princess,
Shut up. You've helped me, but this goes too far. As soon as I'm in Draconia, I'll throw you away.
How ungrateful you are, Princess. It'll be a pleasure to finally be rid of you.
Did I fall asleep again?
Thank you for the ruby, Geron.
Who said that? By the 12.
Calm yourself, Geron. I'm not here to hurt you.
Who are you?
The mask made the Fakina dull and empty. The princess loosened his bond and let him lift her over the last hurdle, and finally stood before the gates of Draconia.
What's going on here?
Do you want to solve the riddle, Geron? Do you want to help Nuri?
Yes, but...
Then prove to me that you aren't stupid.
Hail, traveler.
Prios, save me.
Draconia's gate is guarded by 6 elemental beings. 6 beings with 6 riddles, which Satya had to solve.
Brothers and sisters are we, to each his element. Tell us who we are, and you too shall be known to us.
You heard them. Tell the grotesque faces which element belongs to each of them, just as Satya once did. And the path to Draconia will also be open to you.
I know the world like no other. One can reach through me, and yet I hide the greatest secrets. Who am I?
You are water.
Keep me fed, or I will vanish away. Keep me in check, or I will harm you. Who am I?
You are fire.
Like my sister, I am sometimes hot, sometimes cold, and always in motion. But unlike her, I am always the same. Who am I?
You are air.
Keep me far from my sister in the middle.
First she steals my form, and then my substance. Who am I?
You are ice.
I am the sister with the greatest patience. I shape my treasures for eons and bear the face of the world. Who am I?
You are ore.
Of all my siblings, I was the last to come into being. I give life to all. Yet, as I give, I also take back. Who am I?
You are earth.
It is done. The gate to Draconia is now open to you.
I don't see anything.
Step closer.
Huh? Is he also petrified? He's holding something in his hand. A book.
Garon, are you here?
Brider.
Ah, you're still here. Is Ulrich upstairs?
No, he's lying back there on the floor. The heap of dust.
You can't be serious.
Maybe you should sit down. I have to show you something.
Oh, interesting. It's a diary written by an air elementalist who lived in Draconia during Sadia's times. Here, the upcoming battle in the Gorian Desert, the Holy Army outside our gates. We were also called upon to play a part in this unparalleled bloodbath.
Do you think the book will give us a clue how to find the way to Draconia?
Oh, Garon, the book is the way to Draconia, just as any book could be a gate. Oh, this looks like a good passage. Boron 19th, 590 after Bosporan's fall.